Agatha! Agatha! Agatha, get up! Get up!
Where?
Are you hurt? Can you stand?
Where did she go?
Deeper into the wing. Can you stand?
Yes, I'm fine. A little disoriented. Which way?
We need to leave.
Wait, no! Lord Stellen, we need to follow her.
Absolutely not.
She's trying to tell me something.
You don't know that.
But I do! She's... I can't explain it. It's more of a feeling.
We can't go that way.
Why?
Look!
Lord Stellen lifted his lantern, and I could finally see into the corners. They were black with ruin, which had taken hold of the entire room's foundation. Dark, ink-like veins snaked along the walls, and the sconces were corroded with rust. The further I peered into the room and the passage beyond it, the more hopelessly impenetrable the ruin became. The entire East Wing was unsalvageable.
Studio Hermitage presents Clawmoor Heights, an Our Brilliant Ruin story. Created by Rachel J. Wilkinson.
We need to go, and then I'll explain. Please come with me.
It's everywhere.
Agatha! Now!
This is staggering. Do you know what you've done?
You don't understand.
You've put everyone in danger.
I warned you to stay away from here. You chose to defy me.
Defy you? Defy you? Do not speak to me as if I was a naughty child when you are hiding ruin.
It was that or scandal, and we couldn't afford either.
So you'd rather everyone else paid? Who else knows about this?
Not many.
Who?
Rodina. Though she doesn't know the extent. Crispin. He's been helping clear the entryway. Kirazar for the obvious implications.
Cassius Dara has no idea what he's buying, does he?
He's going to demolish it anyway. Why not get Josephine and Lucas the money they need?
Because that makes you unethical.
Says the woman who told Perry this was her key.
It was for academic research.
Well, then shouldn't you be thanking me for this magnificent treasure trove of scientific opportunity?
If you don't tell the truth, the story will break throughout the Dramark. The mobs will drag you from your beds.
And when the village below learns that the estate couldn't manage ruin, a Valgreaves estate no less, what then?
So you'll keep him in the dark until the last moment?
I will! And by the time the story breaks, we can claim the Daras caused their own problem by unearthing the silver below us.
The silver might already be gone.
I can scandalize my family, destroy my sister's happiness, or I can cheat a Dara. Which of those do you think I'm going to choose?
Woe betide you, my lord. Everyone will know you as a liar.
Do you have any idea how desperately I wish I had stood up to my father when his will failed him? Do you? Do you? He believed it was her. The last remaining whisper of her. And he could not say goodbye.
What about everyone else? You couldn't defend them?
He was my father. Call me weak, call me cowardly. It was the choice I made, and you cannot comprehend the depths of my regret.
This world is lamentably void of decent people. I need you to be one of them.
Why does it matter to you?
Because I need you to be different. Because...
Why?
Because...
Say it!
Because I have feelings for you! I mean... I did have feelings for you. Until
you saw me for who I really was. It appears the electricity has taken its leave, and perhaps I should as well.
I don't know what to say.
I think you've said quite enough. I appreciate your forthright assessment of my qualities, Miss Quinn. Excuse me.
Wait!
Do you intend to subject me to further aspersions?
No, of course not. It's only that... You're the one with the lantern.
Then I won't force my company on you any longer than necessary.
I didn't mean to...
Quite all right, Miss Quinn. I'll escort you to the drawing room. We're finalizing the agreement tonight, and you will take your leave of us in the morning.
My offer is more than generous, considering the circumstances.
You have the unique talent of making robbery sound like charity.
Call it mercy. Be grateful I'm letting this family leave with what dignity they have left.
Gentlemen,
At long last, Lord Clawmoor condescends to join our modest assembly. And not a moment too soon. The well of Cassius's and Kirazar's scathing remarks ran dry 10 minutes ago.
your tolerance for boredom is nothing short of heroic, Josephine.
What is she doing here?
Lady Clawmoor,
Dowager.
My apologies. Dowager. I'm so sorry for what happened to Lord Lucas.
Spare me your hollow apologies.
Mother, please.
She took your leg, and with it, your title.
No, Rodina, I took those.
A conspiracy of schemers, then.
Mother, you need to stop. We are family, and I want you to be part of that family too, genuinely. I wanted Stellen to have the title. My leg, well, I'm responsible for that too. And I'm at peace. Do you hear me? I am at peace. Please, let it suffice.
Oh, Lucas, such naive sentimentality. You have always been too sweet. Very well, I'll retake my seat at my son's request. But be aware, Miss Quinn. Every courtesy bears a cost.
Are these the agreements?
What are you doing here?
I got turned around in the dock. Can I help with the candles?
Tapers are in the box, candelabras are there.
I owe you an apology, Perry. I wasn't entirely honest with you earlier.
Oh?
In the stable, that key you found?
It wasn't for your room.
You knew.
It was for an older part of the manor.
Why didn't you say something?
I trusted you had a good reason for it.
I'm sorry. I should have been more honest.
You should have, but you weren't. Hand me that candelabra.
I didn't want you to get dragged into my...
What were you doing?
I was... well...
Right. Keep your secrets then. But be careful trying to pull one over on the staff. This sale has everyone on edge.
I know, and I apologize. It was unfair of me, especially when you've been such a good friend.
Ah, friend. I need to set these up.
Of course. But you can trust me.
I hope so. Best of luck to you, Agatha.
Everything appears to be in order.
We need your signature, my lord.
Right.
Your signature?
Yes, I'm considering.
What's there to consider, Stellen? Sign and we're free.
Hesitation is the death knell of fortune, Lord Clawmoor.
Give me a moment.
Why does he keep staring at Miss Quinn?
Can't say for certain, but I don't like the look on his face. Is there something amiss with the agreement, brother?
There is, Mr. Dara. I believe there has been an oversight. It makes no mention of the East Wing.
I wouldn't wish to contradict you, Lord Clawmoor, but...
Then don't.
We've assured Mr. Dara of all necessary disclosures.
I was told your staff cleared the issue regarding your late mother.
What about my mother?
They weren't successful. The East Wing remains afflicted.
Stellen, you fool.
So much for a gentleman's word. Is this accurate, Kirazar?
Excuse me.
I rely on the judgment of Lord Clawmoor.
Excuse me.
Josephine, please.
Purging ruin will annihilate what pitiful earnings could be wrung from this charming estate. At least at the current offer. May I have that pen? Kirazar, paper, please. My new offer, however, could resolve the issue.
This is theft! My lord, you cannot accept this offer.
Hand it over. 1/3 of the price. You expect me to take this seriously?
We can't move to Grandhurst on that.
That is my offer if you want me to purchase sight unseen. However, if you would allow my true folk to inspect that area, I'm sure we could agree on a more commensurate price.
Which could add months to the sale.
A shame, I know.
We had an agreement, Cassius. You said Inez and I would have enough to leave.
That was before the ghost of your mother nearly killed me.
What are you talking about? Stellen, what is he talking about?
I'll explain later.
Keeping secrets from your own family, I see.
Someone needs to explain to me, right now, why I'm being prevented from leaving this absolute tomb of a home. You said your offer would give us more than we needed.
The situation changed.
But I did exactly as you asked.
What did he ask?
I have no idea what she's insinuating.
I'm speaking to my sister, sir. What did he ask you to do?
Somehow, Cassius found out about our father's contract with Miss Quinn. And before she arrived, Inez received a message.
Through my broker.
Through her broker. That if I refused our father, the Daras would pave our way to Grandhurst with the purchase of Clawmoor. Naturally, we agreed.
So I returned the message through my broker, and a few days later, she phoned and told us that a Whitby Gardens townhouse was available.
A steal we could afford after selling this house.
I see. Inez, would you provide Kirazar with the details of that property?
Of course.
Anything you wish to add, Mr. Dara? Any idea how the details of my father's intentions reached your family's ears?
I couldn't say other than a family such as mine has many connections. And word travels.
Lord Clawmoor, I'm familiar with this area of Grandhurst. The townhouse sits in a row of residential properties and shops owned by the Daras.
I thought that might be the case. You were never going to sell my sister and Inez that townhouse.
I'm savvy, Lord Clawmoor, not underhanded. We were fully prepared to purchase Clawmoor, anticipating the Whitby sale would return the funds to our accounts. But your ghost problem changes the math.
And your new offer makes the Whitby purchase impossible. Then, clearly, we have nothing further to discuss. No deal.
Stellen, no!
That is exceptionally short-sighted.
Perhaps so, yet my mind remains unchanged. Perry, would you show Mr. Dara to his room?
Yes, my lord. Mr. Dara, if you would, sir.
In due time, you'll require assistance to extract the silver ore beneath this land. My door is always open. Avoid letting pride prevent your call. Good evening, ladies, lords.
I believe I've seen all I can manage, and Lucas looks unwell. Will you let me help you to your room?
Yes, please. Thank you, Mother. Stellen, Josephine, whatever I can do to help, all right?
Thank you, Lucas. Rest well.
I'll never escape this cage.
I love you so much, Josie. You'll always be my home, regardless of where we live. I can manage anywhere as long as I have you, and 2 or 3 staff, maybe a balcony, probably a balcony.
My love for you is as boundless as the sky and as steadfast as the stars, braving life with only a few staff and a single balcony. This is how I know you truly love me. But Clawmoor, why does it feel like it won't let me go?
If you'd indulge me, I think I can offer some insight and a solution.
And what insights were those, fellow Quinn? What solution did you provide?
During my encounter with Cordelia's apparition, the vision, in it, she begged to see her children, to say goodbye. The barons of Clawmoor, neither Lord Tiberius nor Lord Stellen ever told Lady Josephine about the East Wing or the ghost. And I was convinced that a visit from the siblings would grant their mother closure, potentially freeing her resonance from Clawmoor Heights.
Did this solution prove accurate?
To my great disappointment, I could not say. That night, I had wounded Lord Stellen's pride, and he insisted on my departure the next morning.
But you had a basis for your theory, which brings us to the point of this inquiry. Have you contributed several scholarly articles to the Rossi Institute on the subject of royal estates during the Sovereign era?
I have.
As is customary in academic scholarship, you are required to substantiate your research. Do you typically include a list of sources?
I do.
Many of them primary?
As well as some secondary.
Have you ever fabricated a source citation?
That depends how you define fabricate. If you...
Invent, concoct, falsify, devise, twist reality to mislead. Do not play games of semantics, Miss Quinn.
Let them hear it from you. It's time.
Regrettably, yes. I have.
What could possibly justify your actions?
Because I knew the Guild would be skeptical of the genuine sources.
And what sources would that be?
The ruin. Some of these ghostly entities have insights. They can show us glimpses of the past, a reflection of a moment.
Fellow Quinn, are you asserting that your historical documentation is based on communications with ghosts?
It's unconventional, I admit. However, I have theorized that the ruin can capture time like a photograph. These ghosts are incredibly valuable sources of information about our past.
Silence! I demand silence! Scholars, please!
We have lost so much already, and I always corroborate and verify the facts.
As misguided as you are, I did state that I would be lenient in my resolution. Let's be clear. Your approach is beyond ill-advised. It's indefensible. Master Rossi and I agree your actions justify your immediate unbonding. However, silence, please. However, we lean toward a more corrective or rehabilitative approach. If fellow Quinn apologizes for her actions, discontinues her ruinology, and accepts a demotion to apprentice, she can remain in the guild. So, I pose the question to you, Miss Quinn. Do you apologize for your gross misconduct and vow to discontinue your unsanctioned research?
The ruin is at our doorstep, and with it, obliteration. It advances, relentlessly erasing everything we've ever loved, everything we've ever been. My actions may seem reckless, to some of you like madness. Yet, how can we ignore the stark reality that surrounds us and pretend all is well? The academic traditions of old offer no salvation or solace or solution. If communicating with ghosts can reveal crucial knowledge that aids us in our final hours, I stand by my convictions. To be forgotten is a fate I cannot accept, not for me, not for any of us. And it's this prospect of being erased from memory that drives me to these lengths. The tram mark is all we have left, this tiny, fragile scrap of land. Isn't it our duty to explore every avenue for survival?
Enough with the speeches, Miss Quinn. Do you apologize for your actions?
Will no one agree?
Do you apologize and disavow your conduct? Yes or no?
No.
Crown Hall College has always held its members to the highest standards of integrity and scholarship. Your actions jeopardize our reputation and credibility. They cannot be overlooked. Due to the violation of our core principles and the breach of trust your conduct represents as Vice Chancellor, I revoke your bond with the Guild, effective immediately. I dissolve your titles, void your contracts, and rescind your access. Agatha Quinn, your bond with us is hereby broken. And with that, we conclude this inquiry. Open the doors, please. Apprentice Novak, you may stop recording. And would you request transportation from Miss Quinn?
Yes, sir, of course.
Vivien, I'm sorry it came to this. If you'd like to come by my office, we can discuss the ramifications for your institute.
I'll be there shortly. I'd like to speak to Agatha first.
Take your time. Miss Quinn, I wish you had made a different choice. Good afternoon to you both.
You understand why I couldn't disavow my actions, right?
I do. And I hope you understand why I couldn't keep your conduct a secret.
I do.
I had to think of your colleagues. We'll see if the Rossi Institute survives the scandal.
I should have said something sooner, gone through the proper channels.
The path ahead is yours to shape. I'll help where I can, but you know I'll be limited in it.
I know. It's all right, Vivien. I always knew this was a possibility. I'm just sorry I disappointed you.
You're an excellent historian, Agatha. Crown Hall will suffer the greater loss. Ah, Dowager Baroness. I'm sure you're relishing this turn of events.
Did the smile on my face give it away? I wouldn't claim to take pleasure in it. It's always a touch sad when someone so clever falls so far, but it does seem like an equilibrium has been restored between us, Miss Quinn. Tit for tat. A title for a title.
I never meant to hurt you, Radina. Only help.
Dowager Clawmoor, you mean?
No, I don't. Being unbonded has its privileges. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Agatha.
Stellen!
Apologies. I didn't mean to startle you. They let me in and said you were no longer a concern of the Guild.
That is accurate. I'm unbonded now.
But that's... They can't. How dare they? Who do I need to...
It's done, Lord Clawmoor. It's done. Why are you even here?
You didn't get my letter.
I did. I just...
You read it, then? I see. I've intruded.
Wait, no! Don't go. I haven't read it.
Oh?
What does it say? I have it here.
Read it. Please.
My dearest Miss Quinn, word has reached me of your summons to Crown Hall College, a maneuver I suspect is my stepmother's doing. I travel there at once to counter whatever threat she poses, hoping you may return to your studies free of us. Yet I must also confess I have felt your absence. In the quiet moments when my thoughts are loudest, I realize I
do not want to be free of you. That lightless night in the gallery, I revealed to you my cowardice and regret. Trust me when I say I've known the pain of silence and the weight of decisions unmade. And I've wasted too much time dancing around the truth, fearful of the ramifications. I will no longer be a prisoner of past mistakes. Agatha, I love you. Amid ruin, my refuge is you. When I'm alone, I crave you. If your heart still stands against me, then I vow not to intrude any further on your tranquility. But if there is any hope that I may one day hear your voice again, I urge you to wait for my arrival. In earnest anticipation, Stellen.
You understand that I have nothing. Only the suitcase to my name. I'm unbonded, which will put me at odds with everyone around you.
The opinions of others hold no weight with me. It's you who matters. They can try to diminish you, but you are entirely perfect to me.
Then kiss me.
come to Clawmoor with me.
And what then?
We'll find out together.
Unbonded. The warning was clear. Without the guild, I would be at risk of ruin. But now, absent from Crown Hall's shelter, I can't help but wonder. Am I like one of Josephine's rare birds, unprepared for the perils of a blighted world? Have I been dulled by the comfort of structured days and regular feeding? Did boredom drive me to plucking at my own feathers? Sometimes we don't know how to break free until something does it for us, like Bertram Gates did for me. And as I ponder my future, I realize captivity comes not from a cage, a secret, a parent, or a place, but from the roles we dare not abandon for fear of who we become without them.
I remember saying goodbye, and then never seeing her again. I didn't even question it. I just accepted it.
We were children, Josephine.
I believe Cordelia wanted to see the both of you together one last time before she died. If you two would stand here, facing the doors, I'm hoping one last glimpse will be enough.
Enough?
We can't know for certain if this will...
Is that our mother?
Not in the way you might imagine.
And this is how she's been left? To just languish in pain for all these years? Just left here, trapped and tormented within these walls? How could our father? Her last moments were nothing but heartbreak.
Think of her not as the mother you knew, but as a memory, bound here by ruin and grief, an echo of her pain.
Do you want the key? Or would you like me to...
Give me the key.
Cordelia, framed by the open doors, gazed upon her children one last time.
Mother? Go.
Extending her hand toward them, she began to disintegrate, her ghostly form breaking into countless luminous particles, from her fingertips to her shoulders, scattering into the air as she faded into nothingness. The next morning, I joined the family for breakfast, no longer a true folk for hire, but as a welcomed guest.
I have an engineer coming from Rivet and Bellows Union to assess the situation.
Ooh, would you see if they have someone who can make me a new leg?
Come now, Lucas. Wouldn't you rather have someone from the Tor Institute of Medicine?
And offend Agatha by having some Crown Hall sapheads poking at my stump?
Goodness, don't call it a stump.
I wouldn't be offended. The Tor Institute has some of the best doctors in the Dramark.
Huh.
You have an opinion, Stellen?
I'm just surprised.
Surprised at what?
That the two of you agreed on something and the world didn't end.
Okay.
Get a new title, and suddenly you think you're funny.
I am funny.
You've literally never been funny.
As I looked from one end of the table to the other, I saw a family. Regardless of rifts that exist and dreams on hold, the love the Valgreaves have for each other is undeniable. Lucas remains optimistic about his prospects for a prosthetic leg. Josephine and Inez continue to plan their life together beyond the walls of Clawmoor. And Stellen seems at ease, though I can't tell if that is because of my presence or the secrets he no longer has to keep. Without a doubt, Losing a father has brought them closer, and I admit these reflections turn my thoughts toward you. I know not where this message may reach you, nor when, but I extend an olive branch across the distance that has grown between us. Travel to Clawmoor Heights, Father, and let us take a chance at forgiveness. With love, your daughter, Agatha.
Clawmoor Heights stars Kate Siegel, Indira Varma, Byron Mann, Shannon Uphold, Jay Sullivan, Sean Patrick Judge, and Jovan Jackson. Additional performances by Ian Gallagher, Kyle Clark, Mark Meer, Andrew Biss, Ruddy Cravens, Callina Anderson, Michelle Wynn Bradley, Julie Oliver-Touchstone, Dain Geist, Kara Greenberg, Kristen Herink, and Destiny Mosely. Written and directed by Rachel J. Wilkinson. Executive producer, Paxton Galvanic. Senior project manager, Lee Cook. Original music composition by Brian Michael Fuller. Recorded by Mark Zamora at Lucky Run Studio. Additional recording provided by Mosaic Audio, Clean Cuts Studios, The Village Studios, Wolf Willow Studio, and Out Loud Audio. Dialogue editing by Kay Wilder and Rachel J. Wilkinson. Sound design by Kay Wilder and Rachel J. Wilkinson. Mix and mastering by Brian Michael Fuller. Artwork by Ephraim Palacios, Evan McKenzie, and Andy Foltz. Clawmoor Heights is a Studio Hermitage production. Visit us at ourbrilliantruin.com.